is Yohan and I work with a company called Nitro Supplies stroke Eden Fresh, and I do some work with them on we look at environmental sustainability and stuff that environmental footprint stuff. So basically it's like that. So that's what we do. The business is a business that does export of fruit and vegetables and other items to resorts in the Maldives. So I think it was, let's say, a very pleasant experience. Obviously, when you choose a vendor, you go on recommendations, but you don't actually know what that means. So in reality, it's actually been a very positive experience. I think the service from the team, both in the pre-installation and also post-installation, has been excellent. I think the feedback that the team has given us, they've worked very closely with us in terms of looking at what our requirements were. So I think in terms of the overall experience, yeah, it's been very good. We've got no reason to complain. So the decision to move to solar was one that we had taken in principle some time ago, even when we built the building. So when the building was done, it was done on the basis that it made economic sense to put solar in. It also fitted in with all of our aspirations from an environmental footprint point of view. I think the challenge for us was in terms of the funding of it. So where SLPG came in was in terms of the revenue share model, and I think our concerns, if you like, was more around the ability to fund the process. And obviously you're talking of something which is a 20-year time scale, so you need to kind of make sure you're working with the right level of partners on that. So I think it was more in terms of bringing the model of operation and also being able to kind of talk us through how that works to make sure that it worked for both our parties. So I think the key attributes, probably more in terms of the design. We were quite keen that in the design of the solar installation, we wanted it to be done in a manner that had the least amount of required the least amount of maintenance, that also had the panels positioned in a manner where we would also allow sufficient ventilation through underneath the panels. Work of the panels also in terms of reducing the heat load inside the building. The building is not an air-conditioned building. We have a ventilated process. So one of the advantages of the roof was that it was going to lower the temperature inside the building, and obviously the whole design of the installation had to take that into account. So at the time when we had the conversations with SLPG, we were actually in conversations with a couple of other providers as well in terms of the same revenue share model. The SLPG offer was significantly better than the others that we were looking at in terms of the percentage that's paid back to us. So for us, since we couldn't do the investment ourselves, we were obviously keen to work with a partner that gave us the best benefit from the revenue to us. And in that respect, SLPG came out clearly top in terms of our assessment of the other vendors.